If you go to the internet, you find out there's really no original thoughts anymore, just ways of executing them. So this is my idea of how to cook a beer can turkey. Shelter food and beer. We'll be experimenting with this snake method for a longer, slower cook. I lined up the coals kind of like dominoes, leaning in one direction, so they'll ideally are going to burn this way, slowly move around and keep heat for a long time. I've put some wood chips over here. These are hickory. I'd like to use apple, but I ran out of apple. And I put a tray in, a drip tray right in the middle where the bird's going to be hanging out above, and that is beer. I'm heating up some coals over there. I'll pour it here, and that will ignite and start the burning process. Put this back together, tray in the middle, and gonna have to tie that bird down because that beer does not fit in my beer can tray. The vent at the bottom is completely open. I'll put the lid on and leave that fully open and go inside, take care of the bird. I brined the turkey for 2 days. This is the best container I could find to brine it in. I need something bigger, like a food grade bucket or something. But I did turn it over a few times during the process, so it got both sides, kept it in the refrigerator. The only thing in my brine is salt, brown sugar, and my wife insisted on putting some orange pills in there. She's a vegetarian. She's not even going to eat this. I rinsed the bird off with cold water, real light rinse off, towel dry it, trim off a little of the excess fat back here and around the neck. The plan is to put some of the spices inside the skin. So I'm get my hand in here and I remove the skin the best that I can from the connecting to the breast. Today I'm using this Western style poultry rub, some cayenne, and herb de Provence, and I mix it all together, and like I said, I'm gonna stick it inside. And the reason I'm sticking this inside is it not only adds great flavor to the bird, but it also, on the inside, it prevents those herbs from burning. And put the rest inside there. I will also use those same seasonings inside the beer can. On the outside, I'm just putting salt and pepper. Well, that's a lot of beer. A beer can chicken, beer can turkey. You don't want a lot of beer in there per se. Then it starts to steam it and poach it a little bit. And that's not what we're going for. So I take it down to about 1/3 of the beer, and we'll have to find something to do with this. I have a good imagination. Open it up a little more for venting, and add the seasonings. Place the bird in the place of honor. Just like that. Beautiful. Now I have to mount it, which might be difficult. Well, there you go. If the beer can inside the turkey wasn't humiliating enough, I incorporated some bondage here. I offset the can so it sits flat behind this hole, and then I lassoed it down so it does not move. I also took a piece and wrapped it around to hold the wings closer to the bird so they don't burn. The coals are starting to burn really nice. This thermometer says it's 300 degrees. I want to bring that temperature down to about 200, 225, and cook it for till an internal temperature of about 140. Then I'll crank up the heat a little bit more to like 325 and bring the internal temperature up to, what is that, at 174, 175. I will slow down the airflow at the bottom to a crawl. I'm going to monitor the inside temperature of the grill with this probe. There's the inside probe. And let me go get the bird. Put it in there. Burning really nice. They're moving over and getting to the wood, and that fire will eventually go all the way around. The pot's almost closed up. It's staying hot. It's blowing a lot of good smoke, so that's what I want, a lot of good flavor from the smoke. That's what I'm looking for. Like to slow it down a little bit. Actually, it just dropped another degree, so maybe we're on point. I'm not going to open it. It's only been in here for a half hour. So using this temperature device is kind of fun and new for me. I usually go by that feeling in my bones. But what it's doing is it's keeping me from opening it up and looking at it every once in a while. So this has been smoking for an hour and a half and I haven't opened the lid. That's very unlike me. Smoke's still coming out after an hour and a half, so that snake system seems to be working. This bird's been in here for 3 hours. I haven't even opened the lid, but I have been monitoring the temperature. The grill temperature is 229 right now, and the bird is at 140. So I'm going to take the lid off and get a look at it for the first time. See about raising the temperature up to finish it out at like 165. Oh, wow. Look at that. That is beautiful. The snake has worked its way around over to this side. And tell you the truth, it looks like the coals are about out, so I'm going to add a few more coals on it, turn the bird around so it cooks more on this side. Looks pretty good on this side, and finish it up. This is going really good. I want to bring the temperature up, so I'm going to open this up, more air on the bottom, and aim for 325 grill temperature. 3.5 hours in, it looks really good. I've probed in different places to check out the temperature, and everything is spot on. I'm calling this bird ready to take off. Well, there it is. Beautiful, juicy, smoked bird. I'm gonna let it rest for at least an hour. You didn't think I was done, did you? I parted up that bird after it rested for an hour. Heated some unsalted butter and added the poultry seasoning, the herb de Provence, and cayenne pepper. Melt it down and pour it over the bird. Preheated the oven to 350 degrees, and I'll give this about a half hour, 45 minutes. So I've stuffed the turkey skin into ribbons, and I'm gonna crisp that up even more. I render all that turkey skin down. I will put it on top. It's a game changer. And there you go. That's my smoked turkey recipe with a little twist. Smells like Thanksgiving in here for sure. Very tender, juicy. Let's give it a try. That's delicious. A subtle smoke flavor in it. That cayenne definitely bleeds through. Crispy, crispy skin. It's like butter. All I need here is a can of cranberry on top and beer. Definitely more beer. Thanks for watching Shelter Food and Beer.